Hall of Fame. I'm Brian Sanders. I've been asked to be the MC this afternoon, and I will take you through our list of inductees and our program as well. I was up in Iron Mountain, Michigan about a month ago and went to the Dickinson County Library. I was just looking for some history on ski jumping and the 55 Olympic tryouts and some information on my dad, who was a ski jumper, and a number of other St. Paul ski jumpers. And I found this title, story title. It says, "You can blame it all on a couple of crazy mixed up kids from Red Wing, Minnesota." And this is from, of course, what is probably the home and colon of ski jumping, or the Super Bowl of ski jumping in the United States, in Iron Mountain, Michigan, home to Giant Pine Mountain. But the story, of course, in this great ski jumping town, gives credit to Red Wing, and I'll just read briefly part of the story. "Yes, you can blame it all on a couple of crazy mixed up kids. They started it. It might be said that if it were not for Mikkel and Taurus Hemmesved, who lived in Red Wing, Minnesota, thousands of people wouldn't be swarming to Pine Mountain over the weekend, because in all probability Pine Mountain would be just another big hill covered with pine trees. It's safe to say that not more than 1 out of every 1,000 fans who have patronized Pine Mountain since 1930 can identify with the Hemmesved brothers. Their names do not convey much to the American ski fan, but when you see the communities of Iron Mountain and Kingsford go ski crazy over the weekend, give Mikkel and Taurus an assist. They started it all because they were the first ski jumpers in American history." At this time, I'd like to introduce our president of the American Ski Jumping Hall of Fame, Jerry Borgen. Before I do that, I just wanted to give Jerry the best credit I could, and I was thinking of a way to do that. And Jerry has written a book called The Snoosebox Kids. It's really about life growing up here in Red Wing, Minnesota. And I thought I would just read from the prelude. Jerry, it's been really fun for me to get to know Jerry and all that he's done here with the Ski Hall of Fame in Red Wing. We get together and have breakfast and lunch, and I just love to hear his stories about this neat town. He begins, "This is my first crack at writing a book, and to be very honest, it was a long and tedious process. I started it about 10 years ago with some 10 to 12 pages. The script lay in a loose-leaf notebook for a long time. Then several good things happened. We started the Friends of American Ski Jumping and received money from the Red Wing Area Fund for an exhibit at the St. James Hotel. John Kane made a perfect diorama of the Charleston Hill Ski Jump. The American Ski Jumping Hall of Fame began and flourished, and Grandpa Harris," this is Jerry's grandfather, "was inducted into that prestigious group. But the most deciding factor was that my brother Tom Borgen, my partner in many things, passed away. I knew that he would want me to preserve the history of the amazing things we did together, including ski jumping." Really the foundation for this program today and this neat exhibit in the hotel. Without further ado, my friend Jerry Borgen.
Well, thank you, Brian. That's a nice invitation, or induct, whatever. Anyway, I have a prepared speech, and it's kind of long, so don't go to sleep. Thanks, Brian. In case you didn't know it, Brian was inducted into our Ski Jumping Hall of Fame in 2008. He was on the U.S. ski team in the 1992 Olympics at Albertville, France. He jumped 497 feet at Palenka, the largest ski flying hill in the world, located in northern Slovenia. That's more than 1.5 football fields. My longest jump was when my wife poked me after I spilled a Bloody Mary on a white dress. I sincerely want to thank all the folks for attending today. If you are a family of an inductee, you must be proud. If you're an inductee, you must be humble, and I know it's hard to be humble when you're Norwegian. That's a song, okay. Thanks to the speakers today, Wally Wakefield. Wally, where are you? There he is. Wally, the selection chair. You are the greatest. Fred Johnson, the author and historian. You're the best, Fred. And to Ken Anderson, no one does it better than Ken. Our Skype expert, our webmaster, and his helper, Randy Johnson, our local techie guy that comes when we ask. Thanks so much, Randy. And a special thanks to our Minnesota State Senator, John Howell, and the Honorable Mayor of Red Wing, Dennis Egan. We appreciate your being here, and we're going to hear from them in just a little bit. Both are friends and promised me a large tax break if I would just bring my money back to Red Wing. I just won a very large sum of money from a banker in Libya. You all get the letters. Thanks to the St. James Hotel staff, and especially Mike McKay, the manager. They supply our exhibit space and this space for today's activities. We planned for 75, or looks like more like 100, and we're sorry about the lack of chairs, but we'll get by. One last thank you to Paul and Loie Christensen, Dan and Bev Melsness, my friend Pat Borgen, my wife Pat Borgen, and daughter Diane Torbensen for supplying the Norwegian treats. I am sure you will enjoy the treats in the boardroom after the program. A final thanks to our family, wife Pat and son Dave, and my favorite daughter-in-law Gina Borgen, and my youngest daughter Diane Borgen for helping with the registration table today. Being the president of the Friends of American Ski Jumping is a labor of love. I was never much of a ski jumper. My younger brother Tom, who passed away several years ago, was better than I. My grandfather Harris Anderson was one of the All-Americans from the Aurora Ski Club that won lots of top awards in their day. My wife Pat even jumped with the boys at the athletic field jumps. They were all better than me, but I'm a golfer and even beat Dan Melsness once in a while. Dan, where are you? He's here someplace. Anyway, we play every day unless it snows. We play golf every day unless it snows. We may have some big news in a few months about our American Ski Jumping Hall of Fame, but I'm sworn to secrecy and my lips are sealed. It will be good news, hopefully, and I will forward the information via email or via the website as soon as I get the word. With that, I hope I raise your eyebrows and whet your appetite for the good news, but I'm sorry I did that to all of you. I promised to reveal a big secret by April Fool's Day, so it's coming. But we do have good news. I think I cannot tell you what it is, but we may be moving. So with that, I would like to... Hey, folks. It's okay. I'd like to introduce Mayor Dennis Egan. And we thank Dennis for coming today.